So I gotta tell you, I love it when a movie's title actually matches what's happening in the movie. Hey everybody, I'm Sean McBride, the movie guy, and today let's talk about this messy drama of a movie called, appropriately enough, The Drama.
Alright, so before we got married, we did this thing where we said the worst thing we've ever done.
Okay. I'll tell mine if we all do it. Promise?
What did you do?
This dog.
Beer bottles and porn.
You left an urban night.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing I've ever done?
Okay,
Are you serious?
Zendaya and Robert Pattinson star in The Drama as Emma and Charlie. They're a young couple that's about to get married. They go out one night with their best friends, who happen to also be their maid of honor and best man. They're played by Alana Haim and Mamadou Athia. Now they have too much wine and they play this game where they foolishly confess to each other the worst thing that they've ever done. Okay, life lesson here. Don't play confessional games with your friends, especially if you've been drinking too much. Now in this game, Emma reveals her secret, which is so shocking that it derails everything. Their best friends want nothing to do with her, and they even go so far as to suggest that Charlie dump his bride-to-be. Because I mean, how can you love somebody with such a dark secret in their past? So of course, the first thing you're asking is, what's this juicy secret? And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to spoil it here, but I will say that it's not as bad as the reaction from their friends would seem to indicate, especially as it's something that she only thought about doing and it happened when she was a teenager. It just seems like an overreaction. And look, I thought I was going to have a problem with this movie because, I thought the rest of the gang's secrets were worse than what she said because they cause actual harm to others. So I had trouble buying into the story because of this, at least in the beginning. But that's on purpose. This is a critique, ultimately, of performative outrage and how hypocritical people can be when they brand someone as evil. I will admit it took a while for me to catch up to these themes, but I low-key love this story where the person painted as the bad girl turns out to be one of the better people in the group, if only because she genuinely suffers for her past secrets. Now, do remember that despite the title, this is actually a comedy. Okay, a very bleak comedy and one with some dramatic moments in it, obviously, here. Now, it's not laugh out loud funny, but there are plenty of moments where you'll shake your head at the absurdity of this situation. This is from Norwegian filmmaker Christopher Borgel, and he saves his barbs for contemporary cancel culture, and I think that in the end, he scores some pretty solid comedic hits. Now, credit much of this to the cast. Pattinson is great as the wishy-washy fiancé who thinks that he loves Emma, but he's so easily derailed by the drama. Alana Haim is solid as the self-righteous friend, same with Mamadou Athia, but it really gets Zendaya who shines here. This is her movie because she's the one that's being attacked, and she gets to show her emotional state and how it's tearing her up inside. Look, we know Zendaya, she's a huge movie star, and we've seen her do good work before, but this is one of those films where you go, oh, she's very talented too. I think it's a really good performance by Zendaya. Now, the film does have some issues. Like I said, I had a little trouble getting up to speed with it, and it does stall a bit in the middle, and it ends very abruptly. I know a lot of people will hate this ending going, okay, that's it, But look, I think it works pretty well as a satire, as a critique of contemporary culture, and like I said, I love the performances, especially by Zendaya. So I give The Drama, that messy, messy drama, 3 stars out of 4. I keep running into people who know what the juicy secret is, and they want to talk to me about it. And look, I get it, but go in blind to this one. It's kind of nice to not know what the secret is, because then your reaction to it will be kind of like mine, and you'll have to decide, well, is it really that bad, or is it really not that bad? I think that's part of the appeal of this movie. But hey, go see it either way. I think it's got a great performance, and when you do, come back and chat about it. Let me know what you think. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You'll always want to get my reviews just as soon as they drop. And of course, check out the podcast. It's called Two Movie Guys, and every week my friend Joe Fryer and I get together and we chat about all of the week's big new movies, all the dramas out there. Just search for Two Movie Guys wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, so this week we've talked about the big movie with Super Mario Bros. Galaxy, and we talked about the big juicy movie called The Drama, but I gotta tell you, the next film up is something that I would say is one of the funniest movies I've seen this year. We'll talk about Pizza Movie coming up next. See you then. Bye.